Hello children, welcome to the geography class. In this class, we will discuss about rotation of the earth. The motion of the earth along its elliptical orbit around the sun in approximately 365 days is termed as revolution. Following are the characteristics of revolution. First, speed of the revolution. The earth moves round the sun in an elliptical orbit at an average speed of 29.8 kilometers per second or about 1 lakh kilometers per hour. Second, speed of the revolution is not uniform. When the earth is closer to the sun, the gravitational pull makes the earth move faster than when it is away from the sun. Thus, the speed of the revolution is not uniform. Third, the period taken by the earth to make one revolution. The period taken by the earth to make one complete round of the sun is 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes and 45.51 seconds, which is taken as 365 days and 6 hours. The length of one solar year is 365 days. The remaining 6 hours are adjusted every 4 years into one complete day and added to the month of February. When February has 29 days, that year is known as a leap year having 366 days. The Earth's axis is always inclined to its orbital plane. The Earth axis is always inclined to its orbital plane at an angle of 66.5 degrees. The motion of the Earth is from west to east or in the same direction as the rotation. Following are the effects of revolution. First is seasonal changes. The amount of heat that a place receives on the Earth depends on the angle at which the sun rays reach it. When a place receives a vertical sun rays, the place gets hot. This is because the amount of heat in the direct vertical rays is connected on a small area, whereas the same amount of heat is spread over a large area in the case of the oblique rays. Revolution causes different seasons. The changing weather condition due to the differences in the heating of the earth. Revolution is an annual cycle, so the season repeats year after year. Second is inclination of axis. Since the earth is tilted, the seasonal changes are not unexpected or sudden. Third is perihelion and aphelion positions. The Earth's orbit is the path along which the Earth travels around the sun. Due to this elliptical orbit of the Earth, the distance between the Earth and the Sun varies. The mean distance between the Earth and the Sun is about 150 million kilometers. When the Earth is closest to the Sun, the position is called perihelion. The word perihelion is derived from the Greek word peri and helion. Peri means around or near, helion means the Sun. The Earth is said to be in perihelion on January 3rd, when distance is least or about 147.3 million kilometers. When the Earth is farthest to the Sun, the position is called aphelion. The word aphelion is derived from the Greek word ap and helion. Ap means away from, helion means the Sun. On July 4th, the Earth is at its farthest point from the Sun and it is said to be aphelion at a distance of 152 million kilometers. These differences in the distance do cause some difference in the amount of Sun's energy received by the Earth. Fourth, creation of heat zones. The spherical shape of the Earth, along with its movements around the Sun, causes the difference in the angle at which the sun rays fall on the Earth's surface. This causes difference in the distribution of heat on the Earth's surface. As a result, the world has been divided into 3 distinct heat or temperature zones. First one, torrid zone. This zone stretches between 23.5° north and south latitudes and more or less receives the vertical rays of the sun. As a result, this region experiences moderately warm climate throughout the year. Second is temperate zone. In between the torrid and the frigid zones, that is between 23.5° north and the south and 66.5° north and south lies the temperate zone. In this zone, the sun's rays fall obliquely and hence the region experiences moderate climate. Third, the frigid zone. This zone extends from 66.5° north to 90° north and 66.5° south to 90° south. Since the sun rays falls extremely obliquely in this region, the region experiences extremely cold climate. Angle of incidence. It refers to the angle at which the sun rays strike the Earth's surface. The angle of incidence on the Earth's surface depends on the distance from the equator. The lighted part of the Earth is called as the circle of illumination. This circle moves with the apparent movement of the sun, so that only half of the Earth faces the sun at any given point of time. Now let's learn about solstices and equinoxes. On 21st June, the Earth is in the position where the North Pole is tilted towards the sun. On this day, the sun is overhead at the Tropic of Cancer. This day is known as summer solstice. The southern hemisphere, however, is tilted away from the sun and experiences winter. On December 22nd, the southern hemisphere is tilted towards the sun. The vertical rays of the sun falls directly on the Tropic of Capricorn. This day is known as winter solstice. It is summer in the southern hemisphere and winter in the northern hemisphere. Equinoxes. On 2 days in a year, the sun shines vertically over the equator. These days are 21st March and 23rd September. At the equinoxes, the days and nights are of equal length throughout the world. On March 21st, it is spring in the northern hemisphere, and on September 23rd, it is autumn in the northern hemisphere. The position is reversed in the southern hemisphere. Now let's see the cycle of seasons. The equinoxes and the solstices are the positions of the Earth with respect to the sun on the given fixed dates. They help us to understand how seasons occur and how they are reversed in the northern and in the southern hemisphere. On 21st June, it is summer solstice in the northern hemisphere. The rays of the sun falls vertically on the Tropic of Cancer. The duration of sunlight or daytime increases from 12 hours at the equator to 13 hours and 27 minutes at 23.5° north, and further to 24 hours at 66.5° north. Beyond the Arctic Circle, the region experiences 24 hours daylight. This phenomena is termed as midnight sun. Norway is called Land of Midnight Sun. The sun is visible only at very low height, just above the horizon. On 23rd September, the vertical rays of the sun falls on the equator. The days and nights are equal. It is autumn in the northern hemisphere and spring in the southern hemisphere. On September 23rd, the duration of sunlight is 12 hours on all the places on the earth. On 22nd December, the vertical rays of the sun falls on the Tropic of Capricorn. It experiences summer. Areas beyond the Antarctic Circle experiences 12 hours daylight. It is called as midnight sun. It is summer in the southern hemisphere and winter in the northern hemisphere. On 21st March, after 22nd December, the sun again begins to move towards the equator. And on March 21st, the sun's rays fall vertically over the equator. On this day, all the places on the earth have equal days and nights. During this period, it is spring in the northern hemisphere and autumn in the southern hemisphere. Twilight in low and high latitudes. Twilight occurs when Earth's upper atmosphere scatters and reflects sunlight which illuminates the lower atmosphere. The duration of twilight varies with latitude and with the season because it depends on the sun's angle of the motion across the horizon at sunset and sunrise. The shortest twilight is 1 hour and 12 minutes, occurs at the equator, where the sun rises and sets at right angles to the horizon throughout the year. The longest twilight occurs at the poles. It lasts for about 6 weeks before the annual sunrise and after the annual sunset. So here I complete rotation and revolution chapter. If you have any doubt, you can clarify the same. Thank you.